Ladies and gentlemen, today, I don't want to talk about success. I want to talk about the way successful people think. Because success is never born from luck, it is born from a mindset. Before someone changes their life, they change their thoughts. Before someone achieves greatness, they first win the battle inside their own mind. Many people look at high achievers and say, they are gifted. Others say, they are lucky. But have you ever noticed something? We see their victory, but we never witness the years of silent struggle, lonely nights, painful sacrifices, and countless failures that shape them. The difference between ordinary people and extraordinary people is not always talent. It is perspective. High achievers don't ask, why is this happening to me? They ask, what is this trying to teach me? That single question changes everything. Life is not fair. It has never been fair. Every human being carries invisible battles. Some fight financial struggles. Some fight loneliness. Some fight rejection. Some fight self-doubt. But high achievers understand one truth. Your circumstances may shape your story, but they never have the right to define your ending. Every morning you wake up with two choices. You can become a victim of your past, or you can become the author of your future. The decision belongs to you, because your mind is the most powerful place you'll ever live. If your thoughts are weak, your actions become weak. If your beliefs are powerful, your actions begin to transform your reality. You cannot build an extraordinary life while feeding yourself ordinary excuses. The greatest prison is not made of iron bars. It is made of limiting beliefs. Many people spend years waiting for confidence before taking action. But confidence is not the beginning. Action is. Confidence is built every time you do something that scares you. Every uncomfortable step is a brick that builds courage. Growth has never lived inside comfort. Comfort makes you comfortable. Challenges make you stronger. Pain makes you wiser. Failure makes you better. And discipline makes you unstoppable. Remember this. Your comfort zone is beautiful, but nothing grows there. If you want different results, you must become a different person. Not tomorrow, not next year. Today, right now. Because change begins with a decision, not with perfect circumstances. You don't have to know every answer before taking the first step. You simply need enough courage to begin. Every mountain is climbed one step at a time. Every masterpiece begins with one brushstroke. Every successful person started as a beginner who refused to quit. So never be ashamed of starting small. Be ashamed only of refusing to start. Your journey does not require perfection. It requires consistency. One small improvement every single day becomes a completely different life after a few years. People underestimate the power of small daily habits because they expect overnight miracles. Life doesn't work that way. The seed does not become a tree overnight. Growth happens quietly, silently, patiently, and so does greatness. Never confuse slow progress with failure. If you're moving forward, even slowly, you are already winning, because stopping is the only true failure. Another thing high achievers understand is that comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy peace. Stop measuring your chapter 1 against someone else's chapter 20. You don't know what they sacrificed. You don't know what they survived. You don't know what they lost to become who they are. Your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Become slightly wiser, slightly kinder, slightly stronger. That is enough. High achievers also protect something that most people waste every day: their attention. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If you spend your days feeding your mind negativity, fear, gossip, and distraction, you cannot expect clarity and confidence. Your mind becomes whatever you repeatedly feed it. Protect your thoughts. Protect your environment. Protect your dreams. Because not everyone deserves access to your vision. Sometimes silence is more powerful than explanation. Sometimes working quietly produces louder results than announcing every plan. Remember this. Not everyone who claps for you wants you to win. And not everyone who criticizes you wants you to fail. Learn to separate opinions from truth. Your value is not determined by applause, nor is it destroyed by criticism. Your worth existed before anyone recognized it. Never allow strangers to decide how valuable your life is. One lesson every high achiever eventually learns is this: failure is information. Nothing more. Failure simply tells you what didn't work. It does not tell you who you are. Stop attaching your identity to your mistakes. A failed project does not make you a failure. A rejection does not make you unworthy. A setback does not erase your potential. Stand up again. Learn again. Try again. That is how champions are created. And finally, high achievers understand something much bigger than success. They understand purpose. Success asks, what can I gain? Purpose asks, what can I give? A meaningful life is not measured only by money, titles, or trophies. It is measured by the lives you inspire, the hope you create, the kindness you leave behind, the courage you awaken in others. When your purpose becomes greater than your fear, your excuses begin to disappear. So today, don't simply chase success. Build character, build discipline, build resilience, build compassion, because success without character is temporary, but character creates success that lasts a lifetime. Remember, your story is still being written. Your struggles are not the final chapter. Your failures are not your identity. Your fears are not your future. The person you choose to become starts with the thoughts you choose to believe today. Think like a high achiever. Act like a high achiever. Learn like a high achiever. Serve like a high achiever. And one day, without even realizing it, you won't just admire extraordinary people, you will become one of them. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to take responsibility for your life, because that moment is never coming. High achievers don't waste their energy pointing fingers at circumstances, bad luck, difficult people, or the past. They understand a powerful truth. The moment you start making excuses, you hand over control of your future to someone else. Ask yourself, how long will you keep saying, I can't, because? Replace it with, I will, because. That's where transformation begins. Every excuse feels comfortable for a moment, but it silently steals years from your potential. Yes, life can be unfair. Yes, people may disappoint you. Yes, obstacles can be real, but excuses have never built dreams, changed lives, or created success. Responsibility does. The day you stop blaming your situation is the day your situation starts changing. Don't say you don't have enough time. Learn to manage it. Don't say you don't have enough opportunities. Prepare yourself so well that opportunities begin looking for you. Don't say you failed. Say you learned. Every challenge is asking one simple question. Will you surrender or will you grow? High achievers answer that question with action, not complaints. They don't wait for someone to rescue them, because they become the hero of their own story. Stand in front of the mirror and own every decision, every mistake, and every dream. The greatest freedom in life comes when you realize that your future is not decided by your excuses, but by the choices you make every single day. Because responsibility is the first step toward lasting greatness and lasting change. If you truly want to become a high achiever, stop chasing success with an unprepared mind. Success is not built first in your hands, it is built in your thoughts. Your mindset is the foundation of every decision you make, every challenge you face, and every dream you pursue. If your mind is full of fear, doubt, and negativity, even the greatest opportunity will look impossible. But if your mind is filled with belief, courage, and purpose, even the toughest obstacle becomes a lesson. Train your mind every single day, just as an athlete trains their body. Feed it with knowledge instead of excuses. Feed it with discipline instead of distractions. Feed it with hope instead of fear. Don't wake up and immediately allow the world to tell you who you are. Wake up and remind yourself who you are becoming. High achievers don't let temporary emotions control permanent decisions. They know that motivation comes and goes, but a trained mind keeps moving forward. Every negative thought that enters your mind should be challenged. Ask yourself, Is this thought helping me grow, or is it holding me back? Your biggest enemy is not outside you. It is the voice inside you that whispers, "You can't." Silence that voice with action. Build confidence through preparation. Build resilience through challenges. Build wisdom through learning. The strongest people are not those who never struggle. They are the ones who refuse to let their struggles control their thinking. Because every great victory begins long before the world sees it. Inside a mind that has already decided to believe, to persist, to rise, and to overcome no matter what stands in the way. Don't fear pain. Fear a life where pain teaches you nothing. High achievers are not people who avoid suffering. They are people who refuse to let suffering defeat them. Every setback carries a lesson. Every rejection hides a direction. And every failure contains wisdom that success could never teach. When life knocks you down, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What is this experience trying to build inside me?" That simple shift changes everything. Remember, diamonds are created under pressure, not comfort. Steel becomes stronger because it passes through fire. Why should your life be any different? Stop seeing your scars as signs of weakness. They are proof that you survived battles that once seemed impossible. Every disappointment can either make you bitter or make you better. The choice is always yours. Never allow one failed attempt to convince you that your dream is impossible. One rejection does not define your worth. One mistake does not erase your potential. High achievers collect failures like lessons and wear resilience like armor. They know that every fall develops strength that cannot be learned from easy victories. So when life closes one door, don't sit there crying in front of it. Stand up. Search for another entrance, build a new door, or create a completely different path. The strongest people are not those who never break. They are the ones who rebuild themselves with greater wisdom, deeper courage, and unshakable determination every single time life tries to test their spirit, turning every painful chapter into the very foundation of their greatest success story. Promise you keep to yourself. Long after motivation has disappeared lung Fenston, Lindy of loafers, long after motivation has disappeared. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired, when people are cheering, or when everything is going well. But high achievers are different. They keep showing up on the days they feel tired, discouraged, and unseen. They understand that feelings are temporary, but habits create permanent results. Stop asking yourself, "Do I feel like doing this today?" Ask yourself, "Who do I want to become?" Because the answer to that question will push you farther than emotion ever will. Your dreams don't need occasional excitement. They need daily commitment. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. Wake up when it's difficult. Study when it's boring. Practice when nobody is watching. Keep moving when progress seems invisible. That is how greatness is built. Don't expect extraordinary results from ordinary effort. The world rewards consistency, not excuses. Remember, every successful person has faced mornings when they wanted to quit, evenings when they questioned themselves, and moments when giving up seemed easier. The difference is they refused to let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. They mastered themselves before they mastered their goals. So when your mind says, "Rest today, you can start tomorrow," answer it with action. Let your discipline become louder than your doubts, stronger than your fears, and more reliable than your changing emotions, until your daily actions become so powerful that success puffs no longer a dream, but the natural result of the standards you refuse to lower. Stop chasing, Perfection, because perfection is one of the biggest illusions that keeps people stuck. High achievers don't wait until everything is perfect before they begin. They understand that progress is always more valuable than perfection. If you spend your life waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect version of yourself, you will spend your life waiting. Growth happens through imperfect action, not endless preparation. Don't compare your journey to someone else's highlight reel. Every person has a different path, a different pace, and a different purpose. Comparison steals your confidence and distracts you from the work that truly matters. Instead of asking, "Why am I not where they are?" ask yourself, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" That is the only comparison that leads to growth. Celebrate every small victory, because every great achievement is built from small, consistent improvements. One page read today, one workout completed, one fear faced, one new skill learned. These may seem small, but they are building a stronger version of you. Never underestimate the power of tiny steps repeated every day. Mountains are climbed one step at a time, not with one giant leap. High achievers understand that success is not created by dramatic moments, but by ordinary actions, repeated with extraordinary consistency. So stop criticizing yourself for not being perfect. Start appreciating yourself for refusing to quit. Keep moving, keep learning, keep improving, because every single step forward, no matter how small it seems today, is quietly shaping the confident, capable, and unstoppable person you are becoming tomorrow. Wealthy or powerful, the greatest achievement is becoming someone whose life makes a positive difference in the lives of others. High achievers don't wake up every morning asking, "What can I get?" They ask, "What can I give?" Because they understand that success without purpose feels empty. Money can buy comfort, but it cannot buy fulfillment. Recognition may impress people for a moment, but a meaningful life leaves an impact that lasts long after your name is forgotten. Discover a purpose that is bigger than your fears, bigger than your comfort, and bigger than your excuses. When your life is connected to serving others, every challenge suddenly has meaning. Even your pain becomes valuable because it gives you the ability to understand, encourage, and lift someone who is walking through the same darkness. Never believe that you have nothing to offer. Your experience, your kindness, your words, your courage, and even your failures can become someone else's source of hope. Don't wait until you become perfect before helping others. Inspire people with your journey, not just your destination. Be the person who encourages instead of criticizes, who builds instead of destroys, who believes instead of doubts. At the end of life, people will not remember how many possessions you collected. They will remember how many hearts you touched. Live with integrity. Lead with compassion. Work with excellence. Give without expecting applause. And let your purpose become so powerful that every step you take creates hope, strength, and courage in the lives of those who are searching for a reason to keep believing in themselves and moving forward with faith and determination